Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Looking to throw. Poole. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Second and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On second down, it's King, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. And this one is right through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5. Ultimately, they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back to throw. Oliver. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. King.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 10-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down now, it's King, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So the drive ends up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Texans 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing range, and that's exactly what they did. They came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Oliver. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. King, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pull. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Up the middle they go. It's King, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And the Texans will take over.
And now out comes Houston. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, they'll run it here.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten the yard down to the 16.
This is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Oliver. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Oliver. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
To throw on 2nd down. Oliver. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jags.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Oliver steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The final shot before break. Oliver, he's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I, Sullivan, are both ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Back to throw. Oliver. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Off the play fake. Oliver. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Oliver.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a give up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. Looking to throw. Oliver. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On second down, it's King. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13.
Boy, 199 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Drake London
from 13 yards out.
And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Houston set to take over.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Oliver. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Oliver. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oliver. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Poole looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down. Poole. Got his man. It's London. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Poole throws right back to London. Complete again. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. King. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a... Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Poole. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's King. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jags are on their way to a 2-0 start. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
And he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I can hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's a Jaguar
send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. 81 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. King. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's King, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Poole. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derek Stingley picks it. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Up the middle they go. It's King. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now a handoff up the middle. King. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Poole. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Poole. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run on 1st down. King. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 2nd down now. It's King. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's King. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to score, so we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards.
And as this defense walks off the field,